Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your forecast update here on your December the 18th, 2025. Well, as expected, cloudy conditions. We've got some little light rain and some low visibility across parts of North Georgia for today, but we're still looking at some rain threats continuing into tonight, as well as some very gusty winds, along with a pretty strong cold front that's going to be blowing through the area. That's going to temporarily cool our temperatures down here going into the weekend. Still looking at maybe cool days for Monday and Tuesday next week, but Christmas Eve and Christmas Day still showing above normal temperatures once again. I'll give you the latest 7-day numbers here in just a second. Now, if you live anywhere across North Georgia and you're new here to our YouTube channel, please consider subscribing and help us grow this great channel here for you guys here across North Georgia. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on future forecast updates. All right, let's go take a live look there in Helen, Georgia. You see what I'm talking about with a little bit of fog, a little drizzle, light rain out there across North Georgia there in Helen for this afternoon. Same there at Lake Lanier as well here across North Georgia. And we're expecting a steadier rain chance for tonight. I'm not going to get a ton of rain out of this. We'll take whatever we can get because we're in kind of drought conditions and the lake levels are really low. But that looks like we're going to get a little bit of rain at least. We are looking at a marginal risk for severe weather back over at Alabama and Tennessee. Not expecting the same for our area. I think what's going to happen here as this moves in here for tonight, the storms are going to lose a little bit of their robustness. However, we're still expecting some wind gusts, I think, in excess of 40 miles per hour as this moves on through. So make sure you secure any outdoor furniture or trash cans or things like that here for tonight. Now, local radar not showing all that much here as of a little after during the 3 o'clock hour, but we are expecting steadier rains to pick up here for tonight. As the satellite picture showing a lot of clouds here across the southeast, as we'll get this clearing to come on in here for tomorrow. Should be a pretty nice day on Friday with sunshine coming back in our forecast. So again, we're waiting on that cold front to come on in. Again, we're going to see a pretty decent squall line come through with that, and we'll be watching for some gusty winds along that boundary. And I do want to show you guys this as this is coming on into the area. So let's first take a look at the forecast models here as we'll be looking at this chance of rain coming in here for tonight. So I'll go ahead and pull that up for you here. Again, looking at rain's kind of picking up. Watch the squall line here. Again, some steady rains here around 7 o'clock here, zooming north. Here's that squall line. And along that squall line, we're going to have some pretty gusty winds. So between midnight and 3 o'clock in the morning, anywhere across North Georgia, you're probably going to hear some very gusty winds as the front passes on through. And then once it does, Friday's looking pretty good, as well as the start of our weekend. So again, winds are another part of the component of the story here as we're looking at some pretty gusty winds here for tonight. And I'll go ahead and step you through this again. You're looking at some pretty good winds here. So as these come on in here, again, 38 mile per hour winds, 38 mile per hour winds. There's 47, 45. So some very gusty winds, especially at the higher elevations. I definitely, well, such as, for example, you're probably going to be very gusty winds there. And as this goes on through, one thing I did notice on this model here for tomorrow morning, northeast Georgia, it's gusting at winds up there 55, 58, and up here in the mountains, 69, 67 mile per hour winds. So some very gusty winds here lingering in the northeast Georgia for tomorrow morning, and then they should clear on out. Hopefully it won't cause any power outage issues, but once it does, well, things should begin to improve after that. So let's look at your forecast map here as we kind of go through the week ahead. We'll kind of watch the timestamp there up on top as we kind of go in here, going into tomorrow morning. So again, watching the front come on through, and as it does so, we'll see high pressure building on in. And Saturday's also looking pretty good. Saturday's not bad, no complaints there. And Sunday's also looking pretty good. And then we got this little bit of this cool air. It's going to come in this way, kind of coming in with this high pressure this way. That's going to cool us down briefly on your Monday and Tuesday next week. But then as we go to Wednesday, where this high pressure setting up there, we're going to see a westerly wind, southwesterly wind kicking in here, and that's going to warm things up substantially. So we're expecting temperatures on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day to be well into the 60s. There'll be some 70s across the southeast for sure, and probably some record highs here and there. We'll have to watch. But for right now, we're looking like a warm Christmas is ahead for us next week. So here's our forecast. Once we get the rain and storms out of here tonight, 53 and 40, so a bit on the cool side there in Gainesville. Morning lows will be colder to the northwest because obviously the cold air is coming from there first. It'll be milder to the southeast because it'll be slower to clear out that way. So again, coming into the overnight hours, clearing during the morning hours, especially for the southeast zones. Daytime highs mostly upper 40s and low 50s across the area. A little bit below normal, but not really that bad. Regionally looking like this. How about 44 in Nashville, 55 in Jackson, 63 in Destin, 66 in Savannah, and 56 degrees over in Charlotte. Next 7 days, here we go. Continuing our Christmas theme here. Looking pretty good here. No complaints as we're looking pretty dry here for the duration. Again, look at those temperatures jumping up into the 60s on Christmas Eve. and Christmas Day. Look at that morning low, 51. That's closer to our normal high on Christmas Day. So like I said, get ready for some very mild weather. Unfortunately, once this rain goes by, it is dry once again, and unfortunately, it looks like this dry weather is going to continue right into the new year, unfortunately. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel, and if you have not done so at this time, please hit that subscribe button and join our weather family. All right, that's it for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow for the weekend edition. Until then, you guys take it easy. Bye-bye.